welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be trying on some wigs and talking about my wig storage, so let's get into it. Hi. I've talked about this before, but I usually mention it every time. I start with my wig grip and my wig cap. Today I actually don't really have to leave the house, but I figured I would talk about how I store my wigs, because part of like synthetic wigs is the maintenance. And so typically synthetic wigs will last about 4 to 6 months with everyday wear. There is some maintenance while you're wearing it, obviously brushing throughout. I use the Chelsey Smith Crowns hair crown spray. This stuff works great for getting out knots and tangles, but like brushing it while you're wearing it is the #1 thing to maintaining your wig. But let me show you kind of how I store my wigs. I think I've done this before, but it's always good to have it again. So obviously your wig storage is going let me get my light. Obviously your wig storage is going to depend on, you know, what space you have. Let's put a wig on while we're standing here. Let's just grab one. I don't know if this one's gonna be available. What do we want to grab? Let's grab Dani. Okay, so these are mostly my wigs from Chelsey Smith Crowns. This one is from Chelsey Smith Crowns. This is Dani. Now the one that I have versus the one that's currently available. One that's currently available is going to look a little bit brighter in that red because I've had this one for a while, and her curls loosened a little bit, but I love this wig. So in terms of wig storage, it's going to depend on what you have. I had this extra closet off of my office, so it already had this storage, like these racks here. So like obviously I can't tell you to go use that if you don't have it, but if you have some sort of like organization system, I actually used to have them just hanging, but any sort of friction is going to like rub against your wigs. And because I started to kind of get a lot in my collection, I wasn't able to like brush them as often. So I started to put them in these silk bags. So Chelsey, with any sort of wig from Chelsey Smith Crowns, you're going to get one of these silk bags. It's going to come in there. And these are great for storage because it's going to really maintain those fibers. And then I use these tie racks, so you can really get them anywhere, like just search tie rack. And then I keep all of the little tags that come with the Chelsey Smith Crowns wigs. Now I do have a different storage for other things. So these are sort of my bell truss wig situation because I have them separate. I still am using extra Chelsey Smith Crowns bags that I have. The Swiss lace wigs right now are coming in these boxes, though I think they're not doing that now, so I'm not really sure how they're gonna come, but I have those down there. So yeah, this is the best way to store it, is in these silk bags. Even if you don't have anywhere to hang them, you know, having them in these silk bags and using these to kind of tell you what they are is gonna be really helpful. This is how I started with my organization of my wigs. This was an over the door like hat rack kind of thing. So I actually have 4 of them. I have one in my other in the bathroom. But this one I now only use for like colorful wigs. They say you're not supposed to wear stripes on camera, and I never really think about that. But anyway, so this one is used for like my wigs that are very clear what they are. So like it was harder because I have to use the bands that come with it, and then you're gonna put up, but like there's 3 on here right now. So it's kind of hard to see what they are unless it's like an extremely colorful wig that's just gonna give it away as to what it is. And then this was another just like movable storage rack that you can get. This was also another one that I had, but I use the same system. All right, let's go back in here because I'm gonna pick out which wig I'm gonna wear for today. I actually kind of like this with the navy blue. I think this is pretty. So this one is Dani in the T-Part. Now I'm gonna put the picture here of what it looks like on the website because it's just gonna look different. So they are hand dyed, which is why sometimes, like as Chelsey puts out wigs like Evans, there was a hard time getting Evans to be the right color at the root, or Sharpay, Cowboy Copper, the root had been kind of messing up a little bit at a time. So Dani had a really, really bright red dye that I have washed this wig a couple times now, so it did fade a little bit. That's really uncommon. I have not found that with really any of the other styles that much, but with this one it did. It loosened the curl because I've worn it so much. Like I love this wig. I wore it when I was in Vegas. Like this is one of my favorite styles from Chelsey. So the fact that she brought it back, it probably won't come back again. Now, a lot of people have been asking for like longer wig reviews of different styles, and I'm totally down to do that. But like, again, sometimes they won't come back. So I'm gonna try to like do the longer wig review, but also just like, you know, sometimes they're gonna be available and sometimes they aren't. This one is a T-Part wig. Now I had put makeup in here. This was like early on in my wig wearing journey. I was putting makeup in here. I don't really do that anymore, but you can do it. And then this one was a T-Part and it had an added band. I just didn't use the added band in this one. So this is how my color kind of dipped, like it's a dip dye look. And this one is just gonna be a little brighter. That root is a brunette. So just keep that in mind. So I actually like this wig. I might wear it today, but let's do like one more. The other thing, the reason why I'm kind of switching more towards YouTube is because, well, let me put on another wig and we'll talk about that. So this one isn't available, but it is a Brett collection, which I love. I might do a whole video on the Brett collection. So it's an expanded T-Part, which the expanded T-Part is just a little bit of extra space. So you can move the part back and forth just a little bit. This one was in a Brett. I think as of right now, it's actually only available on TikTok shop. So we'll see how that goes. But part of the reason I've like kind of wanted to do more of, I have like 5 Bretts of longer form videos because I'm a yapper. I love to yap. And you know, when I first started posting wig content on TikTok, you know, I was doing it on, like really about Chelsey Smith Crowns wigs, which obviously means that her brand and her identity in terms of who her followers are, who the people who shop with her, was, you know, coming over to me. Now, when I first started, I am queer, and I got a lot of pushback from certain people. I found this out about you, I'll never follow you, and it was really hard. So I kind of like slowly started to like hide that a little bit because Chelsey's brand started off going to drag cons. So it was just kind of hard knowing that that was some of the, you know, other people that were in the community. So I had gotten a lot of pushback on it. And though I think most of the people who kind of like have continued to follow me and who know me really well, like know who I am and what, you know, I stand for. But obviously I'm very happy with who I am and very proud of it. My page and the things I talk about are always for everyone to feel included in wig wearing. I think anybody can wear wigs. That's why I'm wanting to switch to a little bit more of longer form content on YouTube as well, so that I can really, you know, make that clear in a lot of the things that I do. So this one is Brett. She is that expanded T-Part. This one, it was in like a brunette, like a espresso or something. I have a couple Bretts. I really, really love the curl pattern on her. I think they're so easy. If you have a chance to get a Brett, definitely recommend. I think as of making this video, there's Brett Black Cherry, there's Brett High Rise Blonde, which I have. Actually, let's put High Rise Blonde on. Okay, I lied. This is actually New Money Blonde. So this is Brett New Money Blonde. In the Chelsey Smith Crowns world, there's a lot of different blondes. So this one is a warm blonde, which I usually stay away from, but I really love, I just liked this color a lot, especially mixed in with this sort of like lighter brunette. It does have a root. Now, remember, the roots are always gonna look darker on camera, but this is a Brett that, as I'm making this video, is currently in stock. So yeah, I love talking about wigs. I love playing dress up with wigs. That's what I have so much fun with. And so I really want to be able to do like longer videos where I just get to talk and dress up and talk about wigs and hang out with y'all and see where that goes. Okay, so this is the Brett New Money. Again, that warmer toned blonde with a mix of brunette in her and then a slightly darker root. This is the back of the Bretts. Like I said, I love the Bretts. I have 5 at this point, something like that. So this one is really pretty, and I do think that this is a collection that will stay for a bit because it does seem to be one that people really like. Let's take this one outside. All right, so here is that in outdoor light, so you can see that really warm blonde that's going on there. Can I stand up? Which we love, but I definitely want to, you know, keep them in the longer videos and really be able to talk through all of them, give you the full like outdoor look, give you all of the things that are about this wig, so that you really know what you're getting and you know what it's going to look like as best as I can. So this is Brett in the New Money Blonde. This one's still available. Dani that I wore at the beginning is still available, and obviously there's so many good ones. Chelsey just came out last night with a lot of monofilaments. Well, it depends on when I post this. A lot of monofilaments, a lot of new Swiss lace, so lots to look at. When you're shopping Chelsey Smith Crowns, you can use Elizabeth M. to save you that 10% off. If you do, I love you, appreciate you. And let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, we're the Wig Bestie. Killing bye!